Wednesday, December 3rd, and you're watching the Hammer Daily here on the Hammer Betting Network, presented by our good friends over at FanDuel. And we have a great show lined up for you today. I'm your host, Chase Cooper, alongside my producer, who is feeling like a little bit tired, might be struggling with some lack of sleep. Told you guys yesterday, he was out moving boxes. He had to move places. So
horrible few days, but we're almost in the clear.
Okay, that's good. But you're able to actually get some sleep, even though like you're hunched over, lifting boxes, hurting your back.
My back is in severe pain. My knee, it's done no favors to my bum knee either.
That's not good. That's not good. Moving sucks.
Yeah, moving sucks.
But yeah.
I mean, it brought up like an interesting debate over the moving process. So for reference, I'm 26 years old. I would imagine most people watching are older than myself, so may have differing opinions. But at what age do you no longer ask your friends to help you move? Or what status do you have to reach where your friends no longer get asked to help you move stuff?
Did you? Well, okay, wait, first of all, let's ask, did you ask your friends to help you move stuff?
My friends helped me move.
Okay.
Thank you to them.
Did they offer without you asking, or did you have
We
to
have
ask?
an agreement already that's always standing that if someone's moving, you help them, and they buy a shit ton of beer and pizza for everyone.
Okay, all right.
That's the deal. Everyone gets help when they move. It's the understanding.
One, it depends on how close you are with the person, and two, I don't think there's ever an age. It just depends on how generous the person is. It's about time being a factor more so than anything else.
So I think if you are moving into a house, you hire a moving company.
Of course.
But apartment, I live in an apartment in downtown Toronto, right? Not a huge space. I think that's acceptable. But as soon as if I'm able to ever afford a house, hire a moving company. If you can afford a house, you can afford
hire
a moving company.
I think that's fair. If you move into a small apartment, like not a small apartment, but just an apartment, you're under 1,000 square feet, like, and you're moving stuff in there. I think getting a friend, even just to like, not even carry the boxes, but just have like an extra car around, or if you don't have a car, like, use that car. Yeah, you can.
They help load the truck.
There you go.
They helped unload the truck, unpack a few things, build a desk or two, and.
So you're telling me you had a bunch of beer and pizza last night, is what you're saying?
Not last night. This was on Sunday.
Sunday? Okay. All right. So you're telling me you missed the Monday show because you were hungover?
I was here at work on Monday. I did circle back.
All right. Yeah. You got me there. And I will say, Rudy95, life hack, do not buy a pickup truck at any point in your life because people will ask you to move. I had one during university, and come the end of the year, everyone always asked me to use, and I always remember the people who were generous about their gifts and me using my truck and the people who weren't. So, yeah, I remember I once said to him, like,
if someone ever borrows some, just get them something for it. Like,
I just said, like, get me a pack of beer, and they never got me anything. I was like,
yeah.
I'll never forget that. I moved a fucking mattress for you. It was a girl. I moved a mattress for her, put it in my car. It's like a friend, like, and she just didn't even buy.
You got played.
I got played.
You got played by that girl. She knew she was playing you the whole time.
No. I knew she wasn't even single at the time. It was terrible. Like I was just trying to be like a good friend. Like it's just someone I had some classes with. So, but she played me. Anyways, what do we got on tap for today?
First up, Mike, Mr. Peanutbettor, going to tell you how wrong you are about Pavia on your Heisman futures.
Okay.
You have some strong opinions there. What else you got with him?
I'm going to just go in with him on the Heisman. We're going to talk a little bit about the conference championship weekend, more so about the playoff structure, what we have right now with the playoffs based on the current rankings. Not a lot of movement will happen because we were told by the committee it's everyone's understanding by the committee that these conference championship games won't affect, like the losses won't affect teams and move them down out of a playoff spot. That's what we're believed. That's what we've been told. But there's one or two spots left where if something happens, something else will have there will be like ripple effects. So I'm curious to get into those scenarios.
Second up, the Croatian King, PipsNBA, NBA player props. Did he tell you about any specific games you're looking at?
He gave me a couple picks. I just want to anything I want to touch on though with regards to Pips is that we actually got bad beated by our SGP. It's like plus 336. We lost by 1 assist. We needed Eamon Thompson to get 4 assists, 9 potential assists. He only got 3. Slightly bad beat.
I don't know. That's bad.
It's not a bad beat.
Maybe a bit unlucky.
Unlucky beat.
You handicap the the potential assists and the shot volume typically didn't go your way. Finally, more NBA stuff. Big NBA show today. Kirk Evans. I'm sure he'll also tell you about Pavia.
Oh, we're going to talk Heisman a little bit too, but I don't even know if Kirk's coming on the show. He might have blackballed me because of my opinions on Diego Pavia.
Okay.
We'll see. He hasn't messaged me anything. So that's what it's like with Kirk sometimes. You just like kind of fly by the seat of your pants with him. Anyways, before we get into Mr. Peanutbettor and we talk Pavia, which I'm sure people are excited to talk about, I just want to quickly remind you guys about Edric Overtime, which we had yesterday and we'll have tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on the Hammer Daily. We switch over. We go from Hammer Daily, talking all sports, to strict NHL puck talk. Because you guys asked for it, and we brought it here. So many. Alex Moretto. And maybe some other special guests if we ever get. So Albert is like, okay, we got to change this graphic, by the way. Other special guests. Albert's not special. Like, maybe he is in some certain ways, but other guests would probably be more fitting than special guests. Anyways, speaking of special, we got a very special college football bettor here. He's also a college football enjoyer. He's a predictions market donator. And he's a regular on the Circle Back Friday show. Mr. Peanutbettor, how's it going? Oh, is that him or is that us? I feel like that's him.
That's him.
Like, this is not going good for your Pavia futures. I don't even know if he can hear us.
He's been here for a while, so
okay,
I would think if he can't hear us, he would know by now.
Also, if he's at a desk,
he's at a desk. He's on his phone, making producer job a little bit tougher.
It's all right. No, we can't hear you. You know what? Maybe this is us just trying to stop you from getting the word out on Pavia. Maybe that's what this is. Even though, by the way, I love how the opinion changes at the drop of a hat. All season, this guy comes on the show. Julian Sane.
Isn't he favorite now?
No, it's Mendoza. Sane's plus 220 right now.
I thought Sane was favorite briefly.
No, honestly, I don't know. The way that this
I swear in the last week, Sane became, or maybe 2 weeks, Sane became favorite at one point.
I think he was favorite like right after the games this Sunday because he had a pretty decent game. I think he was plus 400 before this past slate of games. And like, I think people expected Cardinal Tate and Jeremiah Smith not to play. And I think that factored into his price. They both ended up playing. He looked good in that game. So anyways, as a result of that, I think his price came down a little bit, but now it's back up.
He's ready.
Bouncing back and forth. Anyways, let's
see what he says.
Let's bring on Mr. Peanutbettor. All year it's been saying this, saying that. Like, what are you saying now about the Heisman?
First, I just got a little tech lesson. When it says allow camera or allow microphone access, that will help people hear you in case anybody ever has to do another pod.
Change to your iPhone mic.
You got
it. That's it. Just change to your iPhone mic and then we're all set.
What happened to your computer, man? What's going on here?
Laptop's down.
There we go.
Laptop is down. What do you mean your laptop's down? You're like you're a bettor and you don't have a working laptop. That is crazy. Anyways, I'll stop busting your balls here. Heisman. What are you saying with the Heisman?
What I'm saying is that it is going to come down to how Pavia or how Sane plays in this game. Yes, but I think that fans really are underrating how dumb this voting pool is, and this is by far the worst voting pool in terms of what they know about the sport. It is the largest voting pool. It doesn't make sense a lot of times. And it seems like when they coalesce on someone, they just kind of go with it. And everybody as the largest group thing. I really cannot speak more poorly of this voting group compared to an NFL MVP, which isn't great either, but like an NBA MVP or baseball MVP. So I think that really people who are trying to instill too much logic in this. I know that's not your problem, Jason, but a lot of people who are trying to give logic in this are underrating how much it's going to be gut feel.
Okay,
so Austin Mock listening, Jason.
Okay,
you're roasting him.
I think that there's 700 people who vote on the Heisman. I would say even if you feel like the voter pool isn't the brightest, I think there's some smart guys who are in there, like friend of the show, Austin.
Sure.
So the main handicap here is that voters are dumb, is essentially what you're saying.
What I'm saying is less than voters are dumb, because really I don't know if you can pick an option that is much better or worse than the others, depending on, assuming that, let's say, Mendoza does not win unless he wins. If he wins, I think he deserves it. I think if Sane wins it, you can make a case for Pavia or Sane. So I understand it either way. What I'm saying is you shouldn't underestimate how much everyone kind of checks each other's homework on this, because there are a ton of beat writers. They honestly have not watched a ton of Ohio State or Pavia this season. So if they're not able to watch them, I don't know how you would have a very strong opinion. There was, a athletic poll. They interviewed a couple people who were voters, and this was during the Christian McCaffrey year. He said, "Well, I'm excited to watch him for the first time this season." It was Game 10. He was the number one candidate to win, or he was one of the top candidates. They hadn't watched him all season because he was on the West Coast. So people aren't watching a ton of these games like an NBA voter would. So it's gonna come down to what other people think and not looking stupid, as well as, again, I think outside of it is gut feel.
All right, I like the gut feeling, but my only pushback is that maybe they haven't watched them all year, but don't you think it's gonna hurt Pavia him not playing in this final week? And you have two guys who are in the pool right now who are playing, and I get it. I get the out is if both these guys don't play well or they look pedestrian, then it's gonna go to Pavia. But wouldn't you just be better off betting that edge case scenario where both these teams suck ass in the conference championship game than betting Diego Pavia to win Heisman?
So I think that Sane has to have an outwardly good game in order to beat him.
But why? Right? Hold on. Wait, but why? I don't understand that sentiment. He has essentially similar numbers to Diego Pavia if they win the game, and he even just puts up regular numbers.
Sure, why? Because he's not putting up regular numbers in the same sense. They're not playing with equal depths. Really, when you look at a quarterback stats, you're looking at the offense's passing stats as a whole more than you're looking at an individual. And Julian Sane gets to throw to aliens on the outside, and Diego Pavia gets to throw to kids who go to Vanderbilt. And that sounds harsh. There's some good players for Vanderbilt, but they're not playing the same game. And I would personally lean towards Sane. A lot of what he does isn't flashy, and he's good at getting the ball out on time. And people calling him a game manager, really, to me, are missing kind of the signal through the noise. But that's been the consensus at this point. So I'm not saying that I would vote for Pavia. I would probably give it to Sane if he wins. He's basically been perfect this season. He's going to have an 80% completion percentage. It's nuts. But I do understand the sentiment that we're comparing numbers of guys who are playing different sports. So it would be like the year Brock Purdy came out, and it was, everybody was saying the 49ers were so much more loaded than everyone. It would be like that, but instead of playing an NFL slate, he got to play, this year's version of the Titans 30 or 16 times. That's the talent gap that Sane gets on his side every single game.
I get that sentiment. I get the sentiment that but again, the thing that to me is you're playing the second best team in the country. If Ohio State wins, you're playing the second best team in the country. If Julian Sane just looks average, he beats the second best team in the country. I get that he has aliens on the outside, but it's the most fresh in the mind. You're undefeated. You're the best team in the country. You have the guy quarterbacking your team, the quarterbacking the number one team in the country, being the second best team, and just having great numbers all around. I know people don't look at EPA per drop back for college. I know that a lot of these voters won't, but he is number 2 in EPA per touch, which is again crazy. So the numbers.
I agree with you. That was my entire nobody's been banging the same drum more than me, and it was because he's going to play against Mendoza in the last game of the season. Everybody's going to have that fresh in their mind. You're going to have a week leading up where everybody's talking about same Mendoza. But really, it kind of changed me when I saw that athletic poll come out. If you look at the numbers and how they do it, it's not just the fact that Sane was lower down on that poll. That's whatever. It can happen. What was really concerning is he didn't have any kind of support down the end of the ballot. So if you look at his third and second place votes, guys just, for whatever reason, you only get 3 votes, and people are going to want to put, there's much more likely someone is going to leave Sane off completely than they are going to leave Pavia out completely. I would guess Sane gets more first place votes than Pavia, but Pavia has a chance to, get more votes in second and third, just because someone is more likely to be, less impressed overall with Sane because they don't think that he's essential to the Buckeyes' success, which I believe is totally wrong for the record. I really think that this guy is putting balls into tight windows, and people are underrating that. But the consensus out there is, there's many more people who are willing to put him fourth than they are willing to put Pavia fourth.
Yeah, I think TQ has a great point in the chat. I'll get to that in just a second here. But you made the comparison also about the Brock Purdy stuff. The reason why Brock Purdy lost that MVP, or at least the main reason, or one of the biggest factors, was that he threw 4 interceptions in his second last game of the season against the Baltimore Ravens, against Lamar Jackson, who ended up winning the award.
But it was even going in then. It was even going in there. So that's why I think it's even now. It's pretty similar. It's a pretty similar situation. And again, it's not just Brock Purdy when he was in San Francisco. It's Brock Purdy if he was in San Francisco and nobody else got even the gap between the 49ers and anybody else, you can say, oh, they were so much more talented. That's not even close to the gap between Ohio State and everybody else.
Yeah, and I think the most interesting part of this war is no matter how much we debate or how much we believe in our own opinions, it again, like you said, comes down to the whim of the voters, and I think that's where you're coming from here. And I think this is where TQ is coming from as well in the chat. He said, first of all, loves the show. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you joining us here. He said, will the Big Ten voters be split while this Southern voters will all kind of vote the SEC guy, which could be like a major factor in this thing?
Yeah, I think so. If you look back pretty historically, there's been real regional kind of breakdowns of voting. As much as we can tell, you can't really tell because they keep it secret, but you can kind of see, okay, each region gets someone each year. Historically, that's all been changed because the conferences are so messed up. So now if you're in the Big Ten, not only do you have the Midwest, you also have the West Coast. So that, confuses it some, but I would also throw in Love is the only other guy. He's also going to be in the Midwest. If you think about someone who would be covering Notre Dame, they likely would watch a ton of Buckeye games normally, and they're more likely to vote for Love. So, yes, I do think also, there's going to be way more beat writers who aren't maybe in line with the national consensus that we see in these polls. If anything, I think Pavia is more likely to be represented in the current polls of media members compared to what his actual sample is of beat writers in the South.
Okay. All right. I think that's enough for the Heisman debate. Here we have the chat voting, and it seems like we've convinced people on the Julian Sayin stuff. A lot of people liking Julian Sayin, Mendoza.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here. To be clear, everyone should vote for Sayin. You should protest if they don't vote for Sayin. I think maybe call your senator, get involved any way you can in order to get Sayin this vote.
Yeah, I also think that the amount of media coverage that's going on with the Pavia stuff might hurt him more than anything else because, again, he doesn't play this week. So, maybe if things were kept quiet on him and it was just these two guys and then they played poorly, okay, maybe. But I just cannot wrap my head around them. The tail outcome of both these teams and both these quarterbacks playing so poorly that it leads to a guy who doesn't play this week winning the award. I just don't see that happening at the current price for Pavia. I would personally would not click at this number. I feel like maybe you wouldn't as well because it's kind of steamed up to like plus 160.
Yeah, I was taking it at basically everything greater than plus 200. I took some at plus 190. Part of that is honestly just because I have a huge same position and want to hedge myself out here a little bit. But I think current number, I don't see a ton of value. I think it's about right.
All right. How many people do you think are betting the Pavia stuff because of that same sentiment that you have right there where you have like good positions on Mendoza, good positions on I don't know if you have a good position on Mendoza, but like if people's previous positions are sort of dictating some of this steam towards Pavia?
No, I think that it basically came out as soon as those on three and athletic polls came out, and basically has been moving ever since. And I don't think that I just don't think a ton of it
matters. Okay, that's all right. All right. From one little secret thing that we don't really know much about, but everyone votes on it, and then we told after the fact after they vote on it, to another. I want to talk about the playoff committee and kind of what we saw. We don't have much time here, so actually I'll let you pick. Do you want to talk playoffs right now, or do you have any quick opinions on the conference championships that you want to hit on? What would you?
No, let's get into the playoffs. For this playoff committee, I know everybody's going to complain. I think over the years, the playoff committee really hasn't done as bad of a job as people think. I think the issue is that if you have a committee that's judging an 11-game sample of 20-year-olds with crazy different variances and difficulty of schedule, nobody's going to be happy ever. So I think that it's a really bad process to go about it. Think about any other sport. Do we do this in? What? I just don't understand why we can't have a certain number that are set to the conferences and then they get those. I do understand why. It's because conferences had the power. There's no top-down commissioner, et cetera, et cetera. But I think it's just if you were designing a sport from scratch, you wouldn't pick something so stupid. It's everything that people hate about committees. Nobody takes blame, yada, yada. All that is instilled in the college football playoff committee. And again, I don't even think I think they're doing fine considering how dumb it is that we use them to decide.
Okay. Then I want to talk to you about some edge case scenarios that we could see based on what's, I don't know, just kind of what's been going on with this playoff committee here. So first of all, if Duke wins their conference championship game, do you think that there will be some sentiment from the committee to say, we don't like the fact that there's no ACC representation in this? Duke's not going to make it for sure because the group of 5 teams, one of the group, that last conference championship spot will go to a group of 5 team instead of the ACC champion because Duke's not going to be ranked after this week, even if they win. Do you think they'll put Miami in just to have some ACC representation?
I do not. No, I don't think that they would do. I mean, that would just look so bad. They have done some weird stuff in the past. A lot of people, the first year with 4, TCU had a win over Baylor, I believe. I don't have that flipped. And they kept Baylor ahead of TCU all year until the conference championship, and then moved Baylor ahead of TCU. And everybody forgets it because Ohio State jumped both of them. But that was a really weird decision. I think they don't put as much weight into these rankings as much as the last ones, and mostly want to get it right then. But man, that would just look so stupid. So I don't think so.
Okay. I want to ask you about BYU then, because if BYU beats Texas Tech's in for sure. Like it won't affect them that much in the rankings here. But is there a chance that because Texas Tech now becomes one of those at-large spots instead of a conference spot, BYU would make it as a conference winner? Is there a chance that Notre Dame misses the playoffs as a result of the outcome of that game?
Yeah, if you're Notre Dame, I believe that unless Alabama loses by multiple, I think they would have to lose by 17 plus, honestly.
Okay.
Maybe not for Notre Dame, but more than likely they'd have to lose by at least 2 scores over 14, in my opinion. Basically, if you're Notre Dame, you're watching that game. BYU wins, you're gone. Texas Tech wins, you're in.
Interesting. Okay.
In my opinion,
we're throwing darts at a board right now. We don't know exactly. It's tough to predict what these guys are going to do here. Then, another question I have with this: do you think that there's a chance that, if Notre Dame makes it, I know that Miami doesn't have as good of a record as Notre Dame. They don't have as many wins, but they beat Notre Dame in the head-to-head, right? So,
this is
does that matter?
Have gotten so sick of people talking about deserving or talking about who's the better team and who's rated more. It's one of the things that bothers me to no end. Notre Dame, I think, is the second best team in the country. They also played 2 games against good opponents. Sorry to USC, Jason, but they played 2 games that really mattered, and they lost them. So I don't see how they have this right to bitch. They have this right to complain because they played well at the end of the season. You know what? Then play better at the beginning of the season. This obsession with who's actually better and power ratings, to me, is just really missing the forest through the trees. Sports are about to be who wins and loses. That's what actually matters. I think about if we're using betting markets to do it, whether Kawhi Leonard shot goes in on that last second buzzer beater, you're not changing who Toronto is as a team. That doesn't change whatsoever, but it does change everything in terms of what matters for the sport. So to me, they played the games. Miami's resume is very similar. It's not like Notre Dame is running away. They played the game. Miami won the game. Miami should be in over them. With that said, I have a Notre Dame national championship ticket, so great decision by the committee.
We love this stuff from you. And I was wrong. I thought why I think Miami was 9-3. They're 10-2. Yeah, so they definitely. I think there's a case to be made that if the BYU case comes through, that Miami might be able to sneak in here last second. We'll see. We will see. Anyways, that's it for us today. Mr. Peanutbettor, appreciate the Heisman conversation. And honestly, I hope your Sane position is bigger than your Mendoza position, because I will be rooting hard for Julian Sane. Honestly, I have no Mendoza position, but I've staked my heels in the ground. I can't have Pavia win. Can't do it. So I'll be cheering for Mendoza as well, and I hope that doesn't kill you if that happens.
No, I'll probably be homeless, but I'll have a job at the Hammer. Rob told me that I can get a job as a janitor if that happens. So I have to get a green card or whatever you guys call it.
There's a robot that actually cleans the halls for us here, so I think you're out of luck.
I can do it cheaper than him.
All right, awesome stuff. Appreciate you, Mr. Peanutbettor. We'll chat soon. Yeah. Good luck on the Heisman stuff.
There is actually a robot that cleans the halls. That wasn't a joke.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing. AI is coming for everyone's jobs. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. Hopefully we can get AI to figure out the Heisman stuff, because current voting pool apparently not doing a good enough job, because we got people thinking that Pavia's a chance to win. Get that garbage out of here. I don't like that stuff. Anyways, we made him wait for quite a bit here. Before we bring him on, I just want to remind you guys, we have a Discord. You're going to want to check out the Discord, discord.gg/The Hammer. We have about 1,300 members right now. We're in there bantering about the games. Rob's giving out some fair prices on his touchdown bets. And you can chat directly with all of us, the creators. Alex is also there on Saturday morning firing off some NHL bets. Clive has his team totals there. Anything you want to talk about betting related, discord.gg/Hammer. Link in the description. Go check it out. All right. Apologies to Pips for making him wait, but he's an NBA props originator, co-founder of Props Madness. Pips, how's it going, my friend?
Oh, unmute yourself, Pips.
The 2 for 2 today. This stuff happens.
Sorry, he's just muted. This will be an easy fix.
This is actually like the first time I ever did this.
Yeah.
So
You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. We appreciate you guys coming in and muting anyways, because go ahead.
Yeah. Trying to make your life easier and then fucking up. Yeah.
Listen, you make my life very easy, Pips. You're a very great value add to the show. The only beef I have with you is the Zubats. Fuck.
Yeah,
Zubats.
yeah.
The Zubat. I need the Zubats shirt. That's my only beef. That's the only thing I need
Yeah.
here.
I forgot actually. I'll make sure to.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I've been spent like 4 to 5 hours today on looking for new rims and tires for the winter season coming. So I don't know. That's the thing back there. But when December comes, we need to have a winter set of tires
Yeah, listen, I'm already a step ahead of you. I got the winter tires on my car last weekend. Just beat out the first snowfall, which is good.
Yeah, I need to do it because the snow is coming.
Yeah, so winter is coming, as the show once
Winter
said.
is coming. Yeah,
Winter is here.
I had such a perfect spot and I fucked up.
It's all good. It's all good. Let's get into the show today. Let's get into some NBA stuff for today. Let's recap before. Tough day. 0-2. Hopefully you didn't get the. I didn't even check if the.
He got a ton.
But I don't think anyone got my understanding of the chat. I don't think anyone got that because it was locked at the time we were talking about it. The 30 seconds we talked about it. But yeah, Giannis loss, 4 points shy, unfortunate. And then also the talked about it off the top of the show. The SGP was so close, just not. Didn't get that little bit of luck we needed to get us over the edge.
But the SGP was purely bad. I watched the game. Okay, this must work. And then we had Şengün with too many assists and Amen falling short. 9 potential assists. I watched 5 shots, 3 shots missed for the cash. Rough on. Kind of more furious with how Giannis played. Atrocious. This was one of the worst games I've seen him play, even though he scored 27 points. But imagine 2025 playing Marvin Bagley as the rim protection, and Giannis is trying to post up. And then I don't know what was the idea. They didn't have any guys that actually can pass him that pass. They lost 5 turnovers. You're playing the Wizards and you are trying to post up Giannis. Doc Rivers, what the fuck? They lost to the Wizards. I said before the game, spread 9.5. I do think Giannis gets full minutes because no way they are blowing them out, and they lost. I think the read was kind of well there, but Giannis was scoreless for 15 minutes between the start of the second half and the last 4 minutes of the game. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck was going on there. Watched the entire game, was furious. So, think this was a smash spot, and then just didn't happen. So, yeah.
Part of the game. How often do you try and watch every single game that you can for the NBA slate? What is your sleep schedule like if that's the case? It must be brutal.
I would say I'm watching the least games this season. I watched 2 to 3 games every slate. Years back, I will watch almost every game. I will watch 90% of the games.
Yeah.
I will watch 4 to 5 live, and then tomorrow I'll just rewatch the condensed and I don't know, the shorter version, 35 minutes of every possession, all possession of every game. But yeah, loosening up a bit this year because I can't catch up with all the work I need to do.
Yeah. All right. All right. Let's get into the plays for today. Then you wanted to start with Jalen Suggs. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jalen Suggs. I need to share my Props Madness screen. Just a second. Okay, I think it's on. Yep. Jalen Suggs today, points, rebounds, and assists. Without looking at the games without Banchero, he had three relatively easy games where he went over this line, and then rough shooting last two games against Pistons, 4 from 17. The next game against the Bulls, 3 from 13. Like just horrible shooting stuff from Jalen Suggs. And against the Knicks, he converted 1 on 7 potential assists. Against Pistons, 1 from 11 on potential assists. So crazy numbers there. So yeah, just like variants. We are down for some regression. And he scores most of his points above the break 3 and spot up. That's where his Spurs are leaking a ton, especially since there is no Wemby. They are still trying to protect the paint, and then they just give way too much catch and shoot and spot up where he scores most of his points. And recently they've been getting killed by guards, as you can see. Like, yeah. So the play is, I forgot to say, the play is Jalen Suggs over 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Wildly available -120 on this one.
Yeah, minus 110.
Playing up to -130 on FanDuel.
Yeah, minus 130 is available at FanDuel, but there's better prices out there. The -110, -117, -120, -118. Tons of spots out there that have that -110 to 120-ish range. If you don't have access to that, FanDuel's okay at -130.
Yep.
Let's get into.
Let's go to the next one.
Next one. It's you have Portland taking on Cleveland. You're looking at you're going to points. And you're going to go all the way down to Shaedon Sharpe and take his over of 18.5.
Yeah. So he was last 3 games. We can see that he had some weird inconsistency. But first game when he returned from the injury, heavy limit on minutes, 22 minutes against the Spurs. The next game he fouled out against the OKC, played 22 minutes, and then last game back up to the 30 minutes. Since Drew went down, his usage is insane. Always kind of ignoring the games against OKC because it's just unbelievable environment. The best defense in the league by far, one of the best defense of all time. So like I don't take those into consideration. So last 4 games without Drew, he had 33% usage. And if you take a look at the entire season, his usage is around 30%. So yeah, some crazy numbers. We are betting his over. When we get his minutes as expected, which is like 26 to 32 tonight, he's averaging 23 points this season. And I know Drew, who had plenty of usage, so like he's like second scoring option on the team after Avdia, even having higher usage. So yeah, I think they just missed his projected minutes, and this line is way too low considering the matchup. So yeah, I'm going with Shaedon Sharpe over 18.5 points, and we have 17.5 -125. That's better. Obviously, but widely available -110.
Yeah,
on Shaedon Sharpe.
Yeah, 18.5 is what the number we're looking for. If you can get those 17.5 120s, go for it. Go for it. Last one we got here is Onyeka Okongwu. We're going to head over to the Clippers and Hawks game. We're going to go to points as well, and we're going to bet his over of did it just move here? 17.5 -115. I think it just wicked up to 18.5 on FanDuel, but 17.5 -115 to 110 is also out there as well, pretty widely available. Go for it.
Yeah, 17.5 pretty much widely available. -115, -120. No Porzingis tonight. I watched the last time I watched a ton of Clippers and the way Zubac is playing, so I'd like this spot for Onyeka Okongwu a lot. Since they have Zubac at the 5, Okongwu should play huge minutes. Without Porzingis, he should be out there for like 34 maybe in 36. So that's ton of minutes on the season when playing 30 plus minutes, averaging 34 minutes. He averaged 19.6 points. Anders came against the Lakers and OKC, horrible matchups for fives, and one against Orlando Magic, also very difficult matchup for him. Shooting great this season, making a ton of threes, getting volume up, scored 2+ threes in like 6-7 straight games. No Porzingis tonight. Zubac will not go out there to cover his threes as much. So, yeah, I just think looking at Porzingis being out and Trae Young being out and him being a must 30+ minutes game for him, I like this spot for Onyeka a ton.
All right. Quick recap of what we have going on there. For those in the chat that are listening, Jalen Suggs over 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We're looking for around that -120, -130 range. Obviously, if you can get better than that, hit it. Sharp over 18.5 points, -110. And then Onyeka Okongwu over 17.5
Just the last part on Onyeka.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry,
looking at similar players in Props Madness by position. So like bigs, last 11 centers against Zubats and Clippers. On average, covered their lines by 5.4 points. Their closing lines and FanDuel covered by 5.4 points, which is 31% over their closing lines. So they are just smashing the spots against the Clippers, who've been horrible. And yeah, I don't know. Actually, like Zubats was one of the like defensive player of the year candidate last season. Played really great defense, and somehow like all the numbers are down for him, like rim protection, rim deterrence, and yeah, just not playing well.
That's all right. He's still our guy. He will never not be our guy. I mean, I gotta get I honestly, if I can't get a shirt, maybe I just get his jersey. One day I'll do that. One day. Any final thoughts here for you, Pips, on whether it be this NBA slate or any? Do you celebrate Christmas? Any opinions on this early season for Christmas? Any tips you have for the audience for that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I do celebrate Christmas. Croatians are like 95% Christians country. So like, yeah.
A lot of So any Christmas tips for the chat?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like that's a weird question to ask. Like I don't have a prepared answer to this. Sorry, man.
I love putting you on the spot. Okay, you can give me an NBA related question, NBA related opinion then, if you have anything.
Yeah, I don't know. What's the latest news? Like Chris Paul getting released by Clippers. Yeah, I don't like that shit. So yeah,
okay,
not much to say.
Not a fan of it.
I think it's ugly. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's it. That's all right. Maybe next week you'll come prepared with like a Christmas tip for our audience.
You should give me like a small like what kind of question you're going to ask.
Yeah, I just kind of come up with stuff. Sometimes I like to come up with stuff on the spot. I just like it's Christmas season, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably kind of do way better. I'll be way better at it if the English was my first language, but. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you more preparation next time, and I won't put you on the spot like I do. Sorry about that. But either way, Pips, I know you got to get home. I know you're still in your office, but we appreciate you sticking it out this long, this late in Croatia, joining us for the show.
Let's hopefully getting some winners.
Yeah, let's turn it around. We've had a bad string of things here over the past.
We had a great streak, and we had a pretty poor streak, so we are like.
I think
even.
three days in a row of the red, but it's okay. That's okay. We bounce back. Yeah. All right, Pips, appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day. We'll chat soon.
Yep.
All right, awesome stuff there. From Pips. Before we bring on Kirk Evans, Jacob, do you have any tips for Christmas?
Shop on Black Friday.
Well, we missed that. Do your shopping now.
No. You should have already done it.
You should have already done. Wow, really?
Do the Black Friday. Why not? Cheaper stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Okay. Well, here's an actual good tip for Christmas. especially if you have like a wife or a girlfriend
or a fiance
in my case. Just throughout the year, you should have a note in your phone for gift ideas. If one pops into your head, write it down. Then when it comes to gift giving season, and I'm in Tornado Alley here because our anniversary is December 20th, Christmas is the 25th. Her birthday is January 26th, and then after that is Valentine's Day. So I'm in like a tornado alley of 4 gifts in a row. So I keep a list through the year, and then when it comes to Black Friday, I go through the list and I go, okay, what can I get right now for anniversary and for Christmas? So keep a list through the year. If they say something, I need this, I want this, write it down. Just have it ready, and then bonus points because you're like, you remembered I said that. Yes, of course.
Yeah, that's a good
tip.
Great tip. I like that. I like that one. Also, don't. Yeah, you got me on that tip. I don't know.
I mean, like Giovanni in chat said, it's not just. It could be anybody. I keep a list.
Yes.
I have a list with all my friends' names, all my family members' names, but it's just specifically it could work if you want to do it for one person, for your significant other.
I have that for my mom because she says like don't get me anything ever because she's just like so anti-clutter in the house. But I always try and find small things to get her. I think it's the little things that matter.
Just for moms, get them experiences.
Yeah,
they just want to hang out with you.
That's true. That's a good one.
Book like an escape room and a dinner or something.
Well, I don't think my mom would ever want to.
No,
escape room with me.
My mom does.
All right, let's bring on Kirk here in just a second. Before we do. The NHL season is underway, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to majorly boost your winnings when you join the action. Because right now, all customers have a chance to score big with a profit boost on same-game parlays. Just build your parlay, apply the boost, and if it hits, you'll get extra winnings at no extra cost. And with FanDuel, you can bet on goal scorers, assists, points, saves, and so much more. Plus, you'll get paid your winnings instantly. Ready to play your game? Just visit FanDuel.com/forward progress to claim your profit boost on same-game parlays. Score big on your next hockey bet with FanDuel, an official partner of the NHL. Must be 21 plus and present in select states. For Kansas and affiliates with Kansas Star Casino, and 18 plus and present in DC, Kentucky, or Wyoming. Opt-in required. Minimum 3-leg parlay required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rghelp.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/China, Connecticut, or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelp.ma.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. All right. Got a couple things I want to hit on with this guy. He's an NBA bettor. He's also apparently a Heisman expert. And I would say he's a nice guy. I'm a fan of him. But I hope Diego Pavia loses because I promised him, regardless of what bet ever made, I said when he loses, I will take him out to dinner. So hopefully we're going to enjoy a nice dinner on me, Kirk. Kirk, how's it going? 3 for 3. Come on. Honestly,
Unmute yourself.
I got to start reminding the the people joining the show to mute themselves.
This is like a bit at this.
My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. I appreciate it. I can tell that you didn't watch. Did you watch the show earlier today or no?
I've been in and out.
No, you have not. You have not. Because you're the third person to do this today. If you were watching the show, you would have known that Peanutbettor.
I didn't watch the start. I didn't watch the start of either of them, but I watched the end of both their segments.
All right. Good save on you. Good save on you. One in the chat if you think Kirk is telling the truth. Yeah, I believe you. I believe you. Where do we start here? Do you want to talk? Do you want to get the props out of the way first? You sent me a couple props here. I thought for a second I was blackballed based on my Pavia opinion because you were kind of like ghosting me a little bit this morning, but it's okay. You want to start props? You want to start talking like some division stuff? Heisman? There's even an NFL question in the chat if you want to get into it. Where do you? I'll let you lead the way here. Where do you want to start?
You're the host of the show. You got to make those decisions.
All right. Let's start with the division because you are interested in Celtics division prices. I think it's better if we close out the show with the Heisman.
Sure.
So we're gonna head over to the divisions. What about this? You just sent me Celtics division. Does that mean you like them to win the division? To not win the division? They're plus 700 right now to win the Atlantic. Is this something you're interested in?
Yeah, Celtics division plus 700 is at FanDuel. I do think there are better numbers out there, but I obviously only play at FanDuel. Yeah, they're just underpriced. I think it's not so much the Knicks that I think the Knicks are rightfully favored, and maybe even there is some value on the Knicks as well. But I actually have the Celtics as more likely to win the division than the Raptors. They're kind of clearly the better team. They're coming on pretty strong of late. And the Sixers are priced. They're plus 1,200 at FanDuel, but the Sixers are nearly entirely dead. Joel's knees are done. They're just not a very good team at this point either. So yeah, I make the Celtics division even at plus 700 quite good.
Appreciate that. Company Man coming on here, giving out a price. It's best price in market on FanDuel. Appreciate you doing that, Company Man. Company Man. I got to get Jacob's opinion on this, though. Do you really think the Raptors, Raptors expert, how do you feel about Raptors being worse than the Celtics? Do you agree with that?
Not really.
Okay, that's fine.
But he's definitely watching a lot more Celtics than me.
Yeah.
The Celtics, I believe they actually play. Celtics Raptors play on December 7th. If the Raptors are
who's at home? It would be the Raptors, right?
Toronto's at home. So let's say home court's typically 2.5 points. I'll give you credit if the Raptors are 2.5 points of favorites or more, but they will not be.
I think they'll be favored, but I agree they won't be quite 2.5 point favorites. I think they'll be favored,
quick look, maybe Toronto -1 or a pack.
Yeah, I was thinking 1.5, but I could okay.
Yeah, it's
a good point.
Boston's better. They're coming on right now. They're Boston's honestly just a very solid team. The offense has been amazing of late. They maybe will get Tatum. That doesn't factor too much in, but could get him late season. So yeah, I'm just pretty willing to fade Toronto and Philly. So good opportunity for Boston division at these long odds.
All right, Boston division it is. Appreciate you again coming on, giving out picks on the show. Company Man. You have more stuff you like with regards to the props, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of the Heisman stuff because you're an expert in that.
Definitely not an expert in that, but we can talk about we can give the people a little background when we get there.
Oh, the people know the background. You missed the show yesterday. Rob was talking about it all. Rob had a hit on it. We spent the first 10 minutes of Rob's segment talking about that when he's supposed to come on and talk NFL markets. He's just coming here talking Heisman and how dumb I am. That was a lot of fun.
Hard to disagree with Rob there.
Fair enough. Well, at least I came around. I am pretty stubborn, but I come around. Anyways, you wanted to talk about the Spurs Magic game. You wanted to head over to the points, rebounds, and assists market. And you're looking at Dylan Harper under 19.5 -120 points, rebounds, and assists at FanDuel, best price in market.
Yeah, so Dylan Harper since coming, I think Dylan Harper's really, really good. But his minutes have been really low since coming back from a calf injury. He's played 4 games. I think last night he played his most minutes. He played 20.5 minutes. They're now on a back-to-back. Everyone, the injury report's already out, so everyone's in. So despite how well he actually is playing, I doubt they're going to start increasing his minutes now on a back-to-back coming off that right calf strain. So with, anything under 20, 21 minutes, I have a hard time getting him to 19.5 PRA. So I make this pretty good. I don't see him having much of a minute ceiling. And despite he's had really solid production of late, I just can't quite get him to this high a number with that few minutes. So Dylan Harper under 19.5 PRA, -120 is good.
All right, good to -120 there. Again, the best price you can find on FanDuel. Company.
Yeah, if you wanted to play if it moves or whatever, and you want to play -130, I think that's still fine.
Okay, let's flip over to the Charlotte Hornets and New York Knicks. We're gonna head over to the points tab. Is that the right game? Yeah.
Yes.
You're just
look at you, ball knowledge.
So, no, but you just made a face. I'm like, did I do something wrong here?
Oh no, I was just looking at the screen.
Oh,
I wasn't making.
Oh, you were looking at my face and making a face. Okay, makes sense. We're gonna go to points. We're gonna look to take the over on Josh Hart at -108. 13.5 points, -108 towards the over on Josh Hart. Talk us through this one.
Yeah, Josh Hart's really come on of late. They've been starting him. He's averaging if I have it up, 36 minutes in the last 5. So I just make this a few percentage points good generally, and then the Knicks injury report isn't out yet. They played a really tough back-to-back. Hart's really not the guy they like to rest. I'm not sure they're going to rest anyone, but this play, goes from 5% EV to like 20 to 30 if any of Brunson or Towns rest. So just a pretty easy classic play for me of, you're on the right side of it either way. I projected more than this, even if everyone plays. Good matchup. Charlotte, not exactly the best defense. And then if you get pretty much anyone out, this play will be just really strong.
All right. Sweet stuff there. Hopefully we can get a good bounce as well. So get the really strong play, but good regardless of that news or not. -108 is what we're looking for at FanDuel, 13.5 towards the over. We got the fun stuff out of the way. We got the part where you are the highest of expertise out of the way. Oh, wait, no, I missed one thing that you sent me. It was a Heisman pick because you like Diego Pavia. And for those who don't know, how do we even explain this? I feel like I've explained this already. I'll let you explain it from your point of view. How about that? Because I obviously give a skewed perception of it.
Yeah, sure. I think I can explain it pretty easily. I came on this show last week, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
I said I had Pavia and Love Heisman tickets from a bit ago. The expert, Jason, told me that they were both totally dead. From that moment on, Love steamed to like 4-1. Now he got hurt and obviously actually is pretty dead. And now Pavia has steamed to like 2.8 or plus 180.
Yeah.
160. And then Jason, who maybe I think would agree is a little stubborn.
Of course.
Can't get his head around that Pavia can actually win this award. So he bet me at plus 340 for a pretty good sized bet. I'll give him that. But I felt bad because I knew he was wrong. So I did give him a 24-hour cancellation. I also begged him to cancel as the line steamed, from plus 340 to plus 180.
165.
Now plus 165. He did take my cancellation. I did make a caveat that if he canceled, he should have to tweet.
This caveat came after the fact.
Waiting.
That caveat came after the fact.
I'm still waiting on that tweet. I expected. I just imagine Jason's just really reflecting and thinking about what he's going to write in that tweet of why he is dumb. But he still messages me every day. I'll get Pavia at the current place, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, you said I'm a nice guy at the beginning of the show. I do agree with that, considering I did give him a cancellation purely on my own volition, and we did strike the bet, but I gave him a 24-hour cancellation, and I did beg him to cancel, and that was the smartest thing you did in this whole process is cancel that bet.
I even said I'll still bet it and move the decimal over because I feel bad completely canceling everything, even though like doing that is like as generous as ever, like letting me move a decimal point. But yeah, I'll give you credit. You gave me the out, which I appreciate, but I still think. Again, I'm not going to say 0% chance. I just still think that there's a very low likelihood that he wins. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think you are wrong. Again, I know nothing about the Heisman, honestly. But what I do know is that people who are smarter than me, there's no offense, definitely smarter than you, did really like it.
Okay.
And sometimes in this life, I've had a billion horrible takes.
Yeah.
Horrible takes in my life. But what you come to learn is that when people smarter than you totally disagree, maybe you're just wrong. And I think in this case, you're maybe just wrong. I
love that. And you know what? We'll see December 13th in 10 days when they reveal the award, who wins the award. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm still going to take you to dinner regardless. Honestly, I should just take you to dinner regardless of like the win or loss for Pavia. But
you don't need to take me to dinner.
Wow,
you don't need to take me to dinner.
Oh, this guy just doesn't want to spend any more time than he has to with me already. I can tell from his voice.
Well, what type of dinner are we talking?
Whatever dinner you want. I don't know. Nothing crazy.
Starbucks.
I still owe you
better wrap.
I do still owe you Starbucks, but to be fair, I ask you relatively frequently what you want. You always say no, I'm good, which is like
Well, we've talked about this. You do need, but like the timing always is a bit fucked up.
He's like, I need it before the show. I said, Kirk, I do this show before Circle Back. You want me to get it to you an hour before you're in office and it's sitting here cold? Sure. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want that. So we'll see. We'll figure out the Starbucks, but yeah, hopefully I just keep winning these bets against you. It's a good feeling. I gotta be honest.
Yeah. Well,
that one, to your credit, was like 250 to 1, but I think looking back, you can agree that fair price was probably 10,000.
Maybe, but I think there was just like a wider range of outcomes. Also, he got hurt. Like this is by the way, this is Travis Hunter to an offensive and defensive rookie of the year. Trevor Lawrence looked terrible. Didn't play enough on defense. Obviously, gets hurt playing.
Trevor Lawrence has been totally fine. What do you mean he looked terrible? He's having a good year. They're like in first in the division.
He's ass. He is ass.
Travis Hunter might be as well, dude.
Yeah, maybe. Listen, again, like,
Hunter. There was just not really any path unless like he's truly like not a human.
Yeah, but that's the path. That was the path.
All right, next year we'll bet offensive and defensive.
Definitely not.
As well.
Definitely not. Definitely not. I will say though, to give myself a pat on the back. Actually, no, I'm not even going to say this. No pats on the back for me.
Well, you got to say it.
No, I'm not saying this anymore. I did decently in like the drafts we did in the Hammer draft series over on Forward Progress. We'll see how that turns out though. I might get screwed by the offensive rookie of the year market where I had like a really good position with Ibuka, Dart, O'Marion Hampton got hurt.
Oh, I love that. I'm cheering so hard against you again.
Okay. All right. What do you have, Tet?
I have a lot of Tet. I'm not. Yeah, I have a lot of Tetaroa.
Yeah, Tetaroa. I know he doesn't like to be called that. Anyways, last question here before I let you head out. Ernie B820 saying, anyone actually sharp want to weigh in on this? So I guess he doesn't want me to weigh in. I put all my bonus bets from FanDuel on the Chiefs and the Panthers not making the playoffs. I don't know. He already did it, so I don't know if your opinion is going to do anything. But not sharp opinion apparently. I would not have bet a minus 150 and a minus 450 not to make playoffs using bonus bets. I would not have done that, even if you parlayed together. I think it was like minus 108. Yeah. Any opinion on that?
Yeah, I would agree with you that that's not a great way to use your bonus bets. Look, I don't price the NFL. I have no idea if those bets are good. I will say, due to Tetaroa, offensive rookie of the year, I've watched pretty much every Panthers game like in full, just cheering for Tet. And what I think 2 weeks ago, they maybe won a squeaker, and I looked at their record and I was like, oh, the graphic is wrong. Like they're obviously not 5-5. I watched every game. That's the worst team I've ever fucking watched playing football. But it turns out that's true, and they do keep just squeaking out games. But what I do think they stink. Like watching them is so frustrating. If Andy Dalton was the quarterback, they probably would make the playoffs. But yeah, that's much more of a casual take than a real take. But I just can't believe they win games. Like I do think they're genuinely horrible.
All right, I just kind of baited you into that one because I just wanted you to say that I was right about something on this show. So
Yeah.
I knew that part. I've been on this network long enough to know how to use your bonus bets and using them on like a minus. Again, even if it's minus 105, you parlayed them together. Anyways,
you were fishing for an agreement there. I like that. Good strategy.
Fishing for agreements. I know. Do you celebrate Christmas? You celebrate Hanukkah? You don't celebrate anything this holiday season?
Not really. I guess Hanukkah a little bit.
Okay. Any tips for the chat for this holiday season, whether it be celebrating with your family or avoiding obligations with your family if you don't want to go to things? Like, what's your best go-to holiday season tip?
I like how you're going with this line of questioning with me after it went so well with Pips. I don't really do much, if I'm being honest, but like, I don't know, just spend as much time with your family as you can, honestly. Like just that's something that I'm not amazing at, but I do try doing. But yeah, I don't like, we don't really do gifts and stuff like that. So I'm not the best person to ask here.
All right. If you were to get a gift, what would you want?
A Lululemon gift card.
Okay. I'm hoping I get some Pavia nose under my tree Anyways, appreciate you joining the show, Kirk. We will chat soon. Good luck. If we don't talk before the Heisman race, good luck on it.
Later.
All right. Awesome stuff there. Oh, Kirk's a great guy. Good time. Good time. Bad opinions sometimes. Good opinions sometimes. I think we all have that, though.
Whenever he has an opinion, he's very strong about it.
Yeah. And I think I can relate.
As we can see.
I can relate. Anyways, what do we got up next on the Hammer? Nothing much. Do we have anything for Circles Off?
Right now,
Okay.
1 p.m. Eastern time, Rob discusses the models, the epidemic occurring in the sports betting world. Everyone has a model, and Rob discusses what's real and fake about models that are out there.
These models, like some of them are AI too. I get them all the time on my Instagram feed. I can never know if it's real or fake.
Sometimes it's not a model at all.
Yeah, it's not a model at all. It's like it's just an AI girl that's on my feed. Whoa.
Or it's just
you're talking about like
betting models.
Betting model. Oh, I thought you were talking about like
no. Rob was not
Instagram
discussing
models.
like runway models.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
On Circles Off, no, that was not the topic of Rob's video.
All right. Well, I guess
You could maybe do that.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
Rob was talking about betting models.
I have the expertise in that. All right. That's what we got for today. Tomorrow.
That's it. But it's out right now. I would recommend going to check it out as soon as the Hammer Daily episode finishes.
Yeah,
I'll put the link in chat for you to make it even easier.
You can go click that link in the chat. While you wait to click that link in the chat, do us a favor. Click the like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're watching on Twitter, who over the course of time, we get like we almost hit 1,000 viewers on Twitter. Do us a favor. Come over to YouTube. Smash the like button. And if you're not subscribed, only do this. I'm only asking you to do this one time. It's free. You at least enjoy the content on Twitter. You can still enjoy the content on Twitter. Just head over to YouTube and hit the subscribe button. We are so close to 4,200 subscribers. I believe we are like literally 3 away. So if only 3 of you of the 1,000 watching, it's less than 1%. Just click the subscribe button. We can cross that goal. Do us a huge favor. Anyways, tomorrow, Hitman, Edric Overtime, and a couple special guests will be joining the show. You guys are just going to have to tune in and see.
We're playing Guess the Lineup before we go.
Oh, we are playing Guess.
Guess the Line,
that.
sorry.
That's on me. That's on me. What do we got?
All right. First up on Guess the Line.
And for those who don't know, Guess the Line segment, you're going to give me 3 lines, and I'm going to have to guess. You're going to give me 3 either player props, spreads, totals, anything of that nature. I'm going to have to guess the exact number of it. And I think the most fun part about this is we can get chat to play along.
All right.
As well.
Guess the line.
Let's
so I'm
do
going to give you first an NBA total. We have the total over-under in Portland, Cleveland tonight.
Total over-under Portland, Cleveland. Cleveland's a good team. I know that.
So guess number 1, you have to just do it with no hints.
227.5.
Okay. That's wrong because it's a tough one to get correct.
Okay.
Second guess, I'm going to give you a window of 20 points to get.
Okay.
And we will give
Was I in the window?
I'll label it in the window. So we're going to go between 225 and 225 and a half and 245 and a half.
Now, what makes me what I'm worried about here is like you're trying to trick me where it could be at like 226 and a half. And like you just make this window really big towards one side and then like really short towards the other side.
I am mischievous in that way.
You
I
are.
will say.
I guess I got to go with like something that's slightly higher than 227. Now, based on what you said, like a very quick no there. So 227 and a half. Let's go a little bit higher. Let's go 234 and a half.
So for your second hint and your third guess, I'm going to give you the over or under on that guess. You said what?
234 and a half.
Over.
Oh, yeah. Is it 241 and a half?
No, but you should probably get a point. It's 240 and a half.
Okay.
240 and a half
okay.
currently at FanDuel minus 110. Okay, that was the first one. So wrong, but that was tough to get. You did pretty well to whittle it down. Next, Shadur Sanders completions.
Oh. Completions.
I believe so. I was provided these.
Okay.
So I'm just making sure I'm pretty sure it's completions. Anyways.
Okay. Oh gosh, I never look at the completions.
Yeah, it's completions.
Let's go with. I feel like a good number to start with is 12 and a half.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a window. I'll give you a 10. No, 10's bad. I'll give you a 6 completion window.
Okay.
So we're going to go 11 and a half to 17 and a half.
Do you adjust the window based on what I say?
Yeah. Because you said like, yeah, I would adjust it based on what you said. Yeah.
Okay. You said 11.5 to 17.5. Or sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
I still think it's low. I'm gonna go with 13.5.
Over.
14.5.
15.5.
I knew
Close.
I was getting
No
close.
points for that one because it is such a tight window. Last player prop to guess. We're going to go back to the NBA. We're going Karl Anthony Towns, points, rebounds, and assists.
Ooh, big purr.
Big purr. Knicks, for reference, playing against the Charlotte Hornets. So rookie Ryan Kalkbrenner, opposition center. He'll be going against, typically.
Points, rebounds, and assists. Big purr. Is there any minutes restrictions I need to know about?
No, not that I'm aware of.
He's a points guy. I want to say I've seen his numbers in like, is the 40s high? Like maybe is that too high? Like maybe I'm just gonna look dumb and
anybody guess in chat?
Maybe
you can get ahead of Jason.
Maybe I go 40.5.
4.5. Okay, so I'll set a window based on this guess.
Okay,
we're gonna go 43.5 to 33.5.
Okay. You're doing this on purpose. It's gonna be 42.5, but I'm gonna go down and say 35.5.
Over.
38.5.
39.5.
Okay. I think based on I think
you're pretty good. Your first guess was decent.
To score this, we got to aggregate the guesses together.
You're also not a big NBA watcher.
Honestly, I don't but I bet a lot on the NBA, so I should know. I should generally know this.
Yeah,
stuff.
but
I don't know what
you mindless. Not disrespectfully. I'll do the same. You mindlessly bet.
Yes, but like I pay attention.
You're in the ballpark, but it's tough to get specifics.
I at least pay attention to like who the guy is, what the number is, and what's off. And
there it is.
All right, I think I did good for myself there.
Yeah.
What do you think? You think I could have done better?
No, that was pretty good.
Okay. Curious.
I thought this graphic had the answers on them, so I didn't show it earlier. Should have paid more attention.
We'll know for next time.
There it is. There's your guest line for today.
Anyways, appreciate it. Do us a huge favor. Smash the like button before you head out. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button as well. Like I said, tomorrow Hitman will be on the show. We're going to be previewing the Thursday night football game. Is it already? It's going to be Thursday tomorrow. Crazy. The week flies by super fast. Edge work overtime. Couple special guests. Going to be a fun show. You're going to want to tune in. That's it. That wraps up the show today. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. This has been the Wednesday, December 3rd edition of the Hammer Daily here on the Hammer Betting Network presented by FanDuel. We will see you guys right here tomorrow.